Hey YouTube, RC Lego guy here. Going to be doing the Ultra Overkill Capra build. We are putting everything that I can find as aftermarkets. I don't think I'm going to be using too much out of this kit except for the bearings and the gears. Again, support your local RC. Thank you to Anderson RC in North Carolina. They are a great place to go, so if you're ever in North Carolina, check them out. All right, I'm going to be using the Capra kit. Again, thank you, Anderson RC. Going to be using the Mamba X Crawler Series kit with the ESC and the 2280 kV motor. That will be hooked up. We'll be using a FlySky Noble Pro with a receiver from them. All right, the front front steering. I will be using the Echo Power 100% waterproof servo. In the rear, because I'm going to have rear four-wheel steer, I'm using one of those generic ones, 32 kg from Amazon.com. I'll list all these parts and where I got these in the description. Using a lot of Traxxas parts, a lot of brass. Basically, we got some brass outer porter covers. I've got some aluminum front housings for axles. Got two of those because I'm going to be doing against front and rear steer. I've got a aluminum skid plate right here. I got two sets of the steering knuckles. I am going to be having an overdrive gears in the front, so these are portal overdrive gears by Traxxas. Traxxas has some amazing parts, guys, so check them out. This is a servo mount. I got two of those. Again, more of this, and you're really not going to see it once it's built, but just to go along with the Overkill, a transmission case, aluminum by Traxxas. All right, now let's talk about the tires. I already assembled them using Traxxas wheels, and I'm going with the Proline Hydrax 2.2 massive tires. These treads are amazing. I went with the Predator compound, a little softer compound. It also has the dual foam by Proline in there, so it's squishy and should be a good time. Again, I'm going to be using the Noble Pro. This thing, I have all my setups on this as well. I'm also going to run a dig because I had this left over from another build that I never used. I've got the Reefs Micro 99, so I'm going to use that to switch on and off the dig. So stay tuned for part one of the build. We're going to work on the axles, front and rear axles, and put on the servos. That's what we're going to start with, and we'll be back. Completed both front and rear axles. Yes, you are seeing double. I am going to do a front steer, rear steer setup. You can see this is the front. I had to get additional front steering links just for the fact that the kit didn't come with it because it's made for a different kind of setup. So got everything installed, the links, all the aftermarket. I got all the Traxxas brass, pretty heavy. Again, on this side, the same. Went with two separate different servos. I don't need something as powerful in the rear, so that's why I went with this versus this. But again, both are completed, and gonna assemble this to the center, and we'll be back. Really bore you with this build. Gonna be putting the transmission, the drive shafts together. I am gonna be using a Traxxas transmission case, aluminum, just for looks. Also going to use a Traxxas skid plate on the bottom. All right, completed the transmission, including the dig. Everything's set up, including the aftermarket parts I put in. Looks good, came out good. Next step is adding the links to everything in the drive shafts to this, and we'll be back. All right, I've got the links all set up. Everything's put together. Next step is got to put this on top of this. The cage is all built. I'm gonna have to take half of it off so I can fit it correctly, but that's all right. So we're gonna put that on and stay tuned. All right, the next step of the Capra Ultimate build, gonna be putting the wheels and tires on. I've got the Hydrax 2.2. I've got the Trio 2.2 beadlock. Gonna go with the red theme, and I also got the dual stage foam. All right, tires came out great. Again, using the Trio wheel with the Hydrax Pro line. I'm using the Predator compound, very sticky tire. Can't wait to try it with the dual insert. I didn't use what came with it, so we'll see. Axial Capra Overkill build, almost complete. Got the shocks in yesterday, got the battery to fit, fits perfect. Still got to do some wiring, but looks good. And we will show you the finished project after I paint. I still got to paint it, but you can see got Trio front and rear axles with four-wheel steer. I've got all Trio brass in here, Trio wheels. Tires, I'm going with the 2.2 Hydrax. Again, I'm going to be using a 1300 G2 Smart technology from Spectrum. I love these batteries. This thing fits perfectly in the compartment. The lights are hooked up. The links, I got to fix the steering a little bit. It's a little wonky right now. Got to fix the wiring. Got to paint, and we will be good for a test run. All right, YouTube, RC Lego guy here. I have finished project Axial Capra Overkill, also known as Black Widow. Came out good. Got rear steer, it's got everything. Let's take her for a maiden ride.